Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of the second episode of American Horror Story Season 2, Aura. Now, being completely honest, I was kind of confused since when the trailer of American Horror Story Season 2 was released, they released some of the titles of the upcoming episodes. And if I am not mistaken, many pages actually said that the second episode was actually going to be called Necro and it's going to be, of course, another whole story. But no, instead it was Aura. So maybe it was just a confusion there. But we have a different episode, but still, here we are. Now, as always, on my reviews, I will spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see if this was worth it or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review because I'll give you guys the two options. So, giving the little disclaimer and talk, let's get into the video. Like I said, the second episode is called Aura and is going to follow after moving into a new home. A married couple is terrorized by a cryptic visitor. Basically, this episode is this couple that moved to this new neighborhood because of security issues, since she had 20 years ago a home invasion where her parents were murdered by a man with a bunny mask. Of course, she's traumatized, so she wants the best when it comes to security. I mean, we all want that on the safety of our homes. And on the time that they were living, they have this device called Aura, that is a camera that you install on the front of your house, on the front door. And if has any motion or if someone appears, it's going to tell you on your phone, and you can even talk when you are out of your house, or maybe you are in another room of the house and you're way too busy to open the door or something. Of course, this is not new technology. This is something that actually does exist, not precisely like this one, but like the cameras that you install next to your doorbell. So it's kind of the same thing, but this one, it's on the front door. She bought it because she saw it on the store and she was like, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna buy it. I don't care that it's $200. The husband doesn't get too excited. Something that you're going to learn throughout the episode is that he's the type of person that everything needs to be planned, and of course the budget. So he's very picky with sticking out of what has been planned. She feels safer with the camera, so they install it, everything's fine, until a man appears on the camera. Since she's alone and he starts like trying to open the door, she gets scared and calls the police. But when they actually search for the footage, no one was there. Their neighbor was like, hey, I have this camera that shows your front door, we can check. Nothing appears. We only see her going out because at first it's a raccoon that she hears, and then we see the man, and then the police arriving, but we never see the man, so only she saw it. Of course, her husband and the police are like, maybe it was just a dream, this is not real, whatever. He returns, and this time the husband sees on the phone, but when they open the door, no one is there, so he thinks that it's a prank, that someone hacked the camera and that it's just a prank. And she actually starts investigating, and she finds like pranks, but she doesn't believe it. So she starts doing a little more research, and she finds that that man was her old school janitor that suddenly disappeared. But when she was little, he was in love with her, and he would leave her candy on the locker or some notes on the books. And suddenly he disappeared from the school, and she never saw him again. So she starts investigating, she finds where his sister lives, and she's like, he's been gone. And we don't know where he is, but they found a picture, and it's the same man. And the man reappears. He gets to the house. This time she let him in, and he's like, I only want to apologize. And he apologized. Then she's like, I want to apologize too because we used to make fun of you. So they kind of apologize, and he becomes dust and disappears. That same night on the news, it appears that he jumped out of a bridge and he was already dead. So that was a ghost. That's completely, of course, obvious. But now that he's gone, you could be thinking, oh, they're going to be fine. No, because now a woman appears. And she investigated and found out that the camera, it's able to attract ghosts and to actually show them. So now we have the woman. and is looking for the husband, and he's like, I don't know who she is. Of course we know that he's lying. She investigates, and this girl was actually a woman that was killed on a hit and run in a park. And she returns the next night, and she's like, who is she? She was his ex-fiance that was pregnant. He didn't want the baby because it wasn't on the plan, and he didn't kill her, but he kind of pushed her on the street. A truck came because it was a kid, a 15-year-old kid that just left. Of course, it's a hit and run. And she's still alive on the ground, and he crashes her neck with the foot. And he looks at her like, nah, I don't care, like nothing. And he leaves. And she lets the ghost in onto the house. She doesn't forgive him, of course. She kills him, and he becomes dust, and she also disappears. They never specify how they're like, if he appeared dead in somewhere else. They never said that. They jumped 3 months later. She moved out of the house. Now she's on another building, in an apartment by herself. But the apartment has a policy. Every apartment needs to have an aura. Then she's like, I don't want nothing to do with this camera. But she needs to have it installed. And when she's minding her business, the camera, he got a notification, and it's no other than her ex-husband now as a ghost is haunting her, and that's how it ends. So we can assume, of course, that she's going to be haunted by her ex-husband for a very long time. Now, this episode compared to the first one is not as good. I don't say that it's bad, but doing a comparison, the first one it's way better. This one I found that was a little bit boring and a little bit predictable. The reality is that when things start to pass, it's not hard to click things before they actually happen. And I think that the concept was good, but still I feel like it was just too slow. Like, it wasn't a climax. It wasn't something shocking. The reality, that shock effect wasn't there. I feel like it was a really flat episode. But still, I think that if you want to watch it, go and watch it. Like, it's not like you have to skip it. But if you want to, you can do it. Because at the end, these episodes, until now, they aren't related to one to another. I think this episode is a 3 out of 5 or a 6.5 or almost 7 to a 10. Because like I said, it's not that it's bad, but compared to the first one, it kind of is. But it's boring and it's flat, nothing new. It doesn't bring nothing of emotions or something. Like, it's just like there. Like, I don't know, like flat. That's the word, flat. But well, I think that this is all for the review. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Did you like it? You didn't? Did you watch the first one that you thought? I think that the first one was amazing. Many people are saying the same thing. So in general, it has positive reviews already. But the second episode, I haven't searched the general opinion on, and I will search that later. But I think that many people will agree that this one wasn't it. But well, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.